Hey, what's up, guys? So yesterday we had a 5-4 day. So it brought our winning streak to a break. It broke it. We had pretty much a 3-day winning streak. Let me give you the numbers. 3-day winning streak, 29-7 record in the last 3 days. So yesterday again it broke that. However, I did have something called the ladder challenge going, and that won. That was one of the ones that hit. So let me show you what that means. And then today I'm going to double down to get to day 2 of that challenge. So let me just share my screen here. Let me show you exactly what happened. So here we go. This was the Cubs yesterday. They ended up winning straight up 4-3. And then I gave away the Giants at a money line. And then they ended up winning 7-4. So as you can see right there, $75 became $146. So that pretty much doubled the money, and then I'm gonna double it again today. So I'm gonna give you guys the play that I'm gonna go with. Let me just kind of go through the details, a little bit of the details, and then I can throw the play out there. So I had the Giants at a -1. That was in the VIP that I put in the VIP. Roman Anthony, Nick Gonzalez, the Cubs, and then the one I gave away here on this video yesterday. So if you were on this live yesterday, or you saw my video, that's the play I gave away. If you don't want to miss out on these, make sure you click on where it says free picks and the link in the description. And then that way you can get these picks. All right. So again, we're on day 2 right now. So we're on $150. I've already put the bet in. I'm going to show you that bet to double it down to 300. And then once that hits, it's going to go to 600. Once that hits, 1,200, 2,400, and 4,800. That's the plan. All right. Let me talk about this team. I was going to share 2 teams, but I'm actually just going to share one because the other one's inside the VIP. But I'm also going to give you the what do you call it? The one I'm going to double down again. So let me just kind of go through it and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Let me delete this. So I'll just give it to you. I'm going with the Giants. I'm not going to go through all the details because that's not part of the it's not part of the parlay that I'm going to use to get to near plus 100. So anyways, let's start with this. This is the first the first part of the parlay for the money that I'm going to double down again for the ladder challenge. So you can see right here, Bieber has a much better record. Or I'm sorry, it says 1-1, but this is incorrect. He has a better record, 2.38 ERA compared to Littell, 3.863. There's a lot of indications here. I don't have all the data in front of me. I had some problems when I was doing NFL stuff yesterday, and it broke my baseball stuff. Let me actually see if I can log in. Give me a second. All right, cool. So yeah. Anyway, let me just kind of get into this. So basically, Bieber's a much better pitcher than Littell. Littell's actually decent, but he's not great. So anyways, you can see right here, Toronto versus Littell. Look at all this number here, OPS. Look at just this side here, which is OPS on base percentage. You can see Toronto rocks the shit out of this guy. Pretty much every batter on the lineup has dramatic hits on him. Compare that over here, only 5 batters out of this. Just look at this lineup, look at this OPS here. You can see the difference in all the OPS compared to this guy over here. So Toronto rocks Littell, and Cincinnati does get some hits off of Bieber, but not many. Okay, so also the Toronto Blue Jays are like 7th in OPS overall, and then you compare that to the Reds. Reds are like 18th. So just the overall picture of Toronto, you can see here the graph, it's all red here compared to the Reds. And like I said, the Blue Jays are like top 7, I believe. And then the Reds are like bottom 10. So let me see what else I had going on here. Give me a second here. Let me show you okay. So the first part of that parlay, without further ado, is the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line. Okay, so that's going to be the first part of that. Let me give you the second part of this. Where the hell is this? Sorry, guys. I was not prepared like I normally am because, like I said, I had a lot of trouble with the scrapers and stuff like that today because I was working on the NFL and it broke the other part of it. So, anyways, let me just show you. I'm going to go with one of the batters inside of the Toronto Blue Jays, which is Bo Bichette, and I'll show you why. He's super expensive right now, but there's reasons for that. So I'm going to go with Bo Bichette to get one hit. This guy has been solid. We've been hitting with him a lot lately, and you can see why. This guy has, just look at this. For him to get one hit, he's got him 2 games in the last 10 with 4 hits, and then some games with 2 hits, and then a bunch of games with 1 hit. So he does get a lot of hits. Let's just do the real quick math here. 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19 hits in the last 10 games. This is insane. Just look at the last 20. He's only missed 3 games without a hit. Okay, now he comes up to bat between 4 and 5 times. And like I said, the on-base percentage for the Blue Jays is high. So he's one of the top 2, I believe, top 2 batters or top 3 batters in the lineup. So he comes up to bat a lot, 4 to 5 times every game. And the Blue Jays overall rock the hell out of Littell, like I just showed you. So he's going to be coming up to bat at least 4 to 5 times today. And then he's exceeded this line 16 of the last 17 games. I already did the graph here. He tends to, this guy, wherever he tends to throw, this guy tends to hit. And on top of that, he's already faced this pitcher 11 times and he's gotten 5 hits. That's an average of 4.55. So he's already hit this guy pretty much every time he's faced him. He's gotten a hit at least half of the times. Plus, he's hitting over here at a 90% hit rate. And like I said, he's pretty much, look at this, last 20 games, he's only missed 3 times without a hit. So that's what I'm going to do with Bo Bichette to get 1 hit. It's just actually an alternate line. You have to look for alternate line. And then I'm going to parlay that together with the Blue Jays. So here's the slip. You can see down here, Bo Bichette to record 1 hit, and then the Blue Jays money line. So that's what I'm going with. And you can see it's not at a plus 100. Normally we want to get to a plus 100, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to add another leg to this. Normally I stick to two legs. So I'm going to keep it at that, even if it's less money. So you can see the $150 is going to pay out almost $300. And then tomorrow I'll throw in the 280 to whatever that becomes, 280 to double down again. If there's enough games tomorrow, which there should be because NFL's coming online. So again, I'm going to start looking at NFL. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you get on the free picks. I'm going to be throwing out some NFL stuff also. And that's about it, guys. So Bo Bichette to record 1 hit, Blue Jays to record 1 hit. Let me see if I can show you a little preview of the NFL, of what that's going to look like. So this was an example. This is just example data. Don't take a screenshot or none of that. You can see the current line right here, the line move, and then the batting is going to have the betting actions, and then the team statistics, the stats, and then it's going to have the quarterback performance right here, and then the passing profile, like how many, overall team passing profile, meaning like the sack percentage. You can see right here, pass attempts, pass completion, pass yards, passing touchdowns, passer rating, how many times he got sacked, sack percentages, rushing profile for the running backs, offensive metrics, explosiveness, like over 30 yards, defensive performance, all the stuff like points allowed for the defense, total yards allowed. This is all the stuff that I talked about yesterday, and I already put it into this thing, and it's working. But like I said, it's still a work in progress. It should be done by tomorrow. And when I was working on this, it actually broke the baseball stuff. So I'm working on getting the technical side of this working, but I already have all the data that I need. But this is basically a breakdown of what's going to look like for every team and every game. So let me just give you another preview. So these would be all the games, for example. Tennessee versus Denver, same thing, betting action, opening lines, closing lines, the team statistics, quarterback performance, passing performance. So if you look at this, it's pretty much like baseball. It's going to have the defense and the offense records, plus the team total records, and opening lines and current lines, the betting action, and all that stuff. So this is called a Sharp Edge. If you guys want this, it's 7 days for free. The link is in the description. And I am gonna name, one last thing I'll do is I'm gonna name one of the random comments for. Give me a second here. I had said if you left a comment in the video yesterday on YouTube that I was going to pick one of you guys for. So let me see if I can share this. So this was the video I created yesterday, and I said that if you left a comment, I was going to pick somebody to give them 1 free week of VIP. So let's see. There's 8 comments. I'm just going to kind of scroll. I'm not even going to look. I'm going to stop right here. So Weapon X637. I'm going to say message me or tag me here for your 1 week free VIP. I think he's already part of a VIP actually, but he just won an extra week. All right, guys. So thank you so much. I appreciate you all. And again, let me just show you the play one more time. And that's what I'm going with for doubling down to 150 to make close to 300. And then tomorrow, that'll be 300 to 600, 600 to 1200, 1200 to 2400, and then 2400 to 4800. That's the plan. All right, guys. Make sure you click on where it says subscribe. Also, make sure you click on the link in the description where it says free picks so you don't miss out on all the stuff that we're throwing out, especially for football coming up. It's gonna be crazy. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Let's have a great day.